So this is to be grateful to everyone. And some people say, forget it. I'm willing to, work with this to a certain degree, but be grateful to this neighbor? No way. But in a way, you see these neighbors and these difficult people in our lives who are so often our family members. Usually there's a certain amount of intimacy with the most difficult ones. Someone we have to work with every day of our life. In any case, you're not grateful to them because they're so wise and, they're so together. But it's just that they blow your cover, that's all. They blow your cover. When I first met Trungpa Rinpoche, I said, wow, here is a man I cannot con. And you see, we go through our lives, and some of us who are, smiley types, we're friendly and nice, and we give a good impression, and really we can con a lot of people into thinking we're just terrific, like all the time, terrific. And then you feel grateful in your spiritual path when you meet somebody that basically doesn't buy it. And teachers are meant to serve this function. Trungpa Rinpoche said, what did he say? The purpose of the spiritual friend is to insult you. And my experience of that, working with Trungpa Rinpoche and other teachers, is that it isn't that they actually call you names or slap you around or gossip about you behind your back. It's just that you walk into the room and you suddenly feel, gosh, I felt so together. I felt like such a mature person, like an adult a few moments ago, and then suddenly, I feel like it's sort of, you feel exposed, and like you, all your hidden stuff that you don't like to think about is sort of somehow suddenly very present. Your superficiality, or your the way you don't quite tell the truth, or how you're trying to present yourself as, how you're actually lying about your spiritual attainment. Hoping that they'll really think you're just, some swell Dharma student. But anyway, there's just like any little lies, any little hypocrisy. That's the main thing, I think. You just feel there's any hypocrisy in your being. It just doesn't have any room to hide. Those are the people I call my teachers. So it turns out these neighbors, they do the same thing. And maybe they do it by insulting you, slandering you, talking behind your back, doing mean things. But somehow it's the same thing. It actually kind of cuts through your hypocrisy, your ability. They just completely, throw you for a loop because you just don't know how to relate to them. The only way you know how to relate to them is to get revenge or to withdraw into some kind of shell and just shrivel up and disappear. And either way is escaping. This, I think, is why we say be grateful to everyone. It means particularly be grateful to the troublemakers in your life, because they tend to show you where you're stuck. That's why we call them troublemakers. Most people have this experience. People can do all kinds of cruel or unkind things. And somehow a certain amount of this doesn't push your buttons. Maybe your sister, your brother, or your neighbor on the other side is going crazy over this. Somehow it doesn't push your buttons. You can just very clearly see what's going astray here, what needs to be done, and you can speak very directly to this person, and you can be frustrated or something, but it's not like it just gets into your guts. There's some kind of clarity.